Trevs Show. I'm the Trev. It's too sweet. Anyway, continuing with my favorite players from every team. And since I've already done Seattle, if you haven't checked it out, check it out there. I might as well do the second youngest team in the league, right? I mean, I've pretty much watched them my entire life. They've only been around since 2017. Talking about the Vegas Golden Knights. Was it hard to think up this list? A bit. But in the grand scheme of things, not really. Either way, here's my pick for best Golden Knights of all time, or at least my favorite Golden Knights of all time. Feel free to give me yours. Let's do it. So as I said at the top, Vegas is still a very young team, only being around since 2017, but did make the Cup final in their first year, and haven't been that far since. But either way, there's been a high turnaround in Vegas, and I think the proof in that is in my list, as I think there's only one guy from the initial expansion draft still on this team that I've picked. But either way, I'm going with the simple one goalie, two defensemen, three forwards. I don't care if they're left or right wings, they're forwards. Based on that, here's my favorite Golden Knights of all time. Starting with Marc-Andre Fleury. I know I give this guy a lot of crap sometimes. I'm sorry, that one play is justified. But either way, you can't think of Vegas and goaltending without thinking Fleury, and it's going to be a very, very long time before anybody can fill the kind of shoes Fleury did, especially with given the success they had in their first year, and still managed to stay competitive up until playoff time when he was in the team. But either way, he was fun to watch in Vegas. Like I said, big part of their early success, if not the biggest. And yeah, tough guy to refill. Defense, we're starting with Derek Engelland. That guy on my wall. If Fleury was the face of the franchise, Engelland was the voice. You gotta remember, he was front and present during their inaugural home opener 10 days after what happened in Vegas. And he was basically treated as the early incarnation of the captain, and it showed, in not only his voice, but in his play as well. And you got to remember, he held the Clarence Campbell Trophy when they went to the Stanley Cup Finals, so I imagine it was a unanimous decision for him to do that, but definitely somebody in a captain role had to do that. Okay, so I lied. There's two active players on this list still with the team. The first being Shea Theodore. And really, he's the offensive defenseman Vegas needed. And they still have, so that's a great thing. But it's fun to watch him when he's on an offensive rush. And being able to come back and complete his defensive responsibilities. You don't see too many defensemen like that anymore. And the fact that he wears number 27, 27 will always hold a place in my heart. That's my number. But Theodore rounds out your defense. Starting the forwards with James Neal. The real deal, He's responsible for a lot of the firsts in Vegas. First goal, first 2-goal game, first game winner. I believe he scored the first empty net goal as well. It's just a shame that his goal stats, he scored 25 goals in his only season with Vegas. It's too bad he didn't score more, because it felt like he did. Like he was just almost picking him at will. The only thing that was really a shame was he didn't score 50. But being only 1 year with the team, it was good to see him in something that kind of suited him. I felt like Vegas was really his calling as far as teams were concerned. But either way, Neil starts your forwards. Ryan Reeves. And yeah, if I've already covered the face, the voice, Reeves is your muscle. And that's more than evident in the style of his play. And between you and me, the whole lion in the jungle thing, running into a lion in the jungle, that'll get you points. And we'll finish off the list with William Karlsson. Wow, Bill. he just exploded after he came into Vegas. And I mean, he hasn't scored 40 since the first season, but he's always a good offensive threat. I think he's still the team leader in career goals. But fun to watch when he's on and he's on fire. Oh my goodness, is he fun to watch. I hope he sticks around in Vegas for a little while longer and, doesn't fall to the trap of being another guy out the door, but I don't think that'll happen for some time. It's another one of Trev's hockey shows. Well, thank you for tuning in. Don't think I don't appreciate it, especially if you've made it this far. It's a great thing for you and for me. More so for me, but that's okay. But either way, let me know you were here. Hit that thumbs up. That shiny red button. You know what it does. You know how it makes you feel. You know what we're going for. We're reaching that point. I'm keeping my eye on the numbers, and I appreciate everybody who's jumping on board lately. Socials in the description down below. Let's move forward. As far as all-time favorites of whatever team, I've got 4 teams finished. Just waiting to film and upload. So if I haven't covered your team, look in the list. If I haven't covered your team, request it. If it's one of the 4 that are done, it's an easy video. For the rest, well, I still got to write it out, which means I have to use my noodle, but either way, in the meantime, in between time, be looking for more videos from Trev. Later.